In today's video, we'll be looking at the OAS dilemma and how you can beat the clawback. One of the most frustrating situations for Canadian retirees is watching their OAS benefits get clawed back. Yet, many don't realize that there are legal strategies to minimize or even avoid these clawbacks entirely. Over our years helping Canadian retirees, we've seen countless people lose thousands in OAS benefits simply because they didn't understand how to structure their retirement income properly. Well, that's exactly why we're making this video today, to show you proven strategies for protecting your OAS payments from unnecessary clawbacks. Let's get right into it.
So I think it's important we get started with what are the basics around the old age security. Well, old age security in general is just a benefit that's provided to you from the government. It's very different than Canada Pension Plan, where you contribute into your pension contributions and therefore you get a certain amount based on that. For old age security, it's dependent on how long you've been in Canada. Now, because you haven't contributed into it, the government is able to claw back certain amounts for those Canadians that they feel is not eligible. And it's all going to be based on your income. So the old age security clawback is they take 15% of your old age security for every dollar above a certain threshold. Now for 2024, that was approximately about $91,000. So if you're earning, let's say hypothetically, $100,000, then that additional $9,000 that you're above the threshold is applicable to that 15% tax for the old age security. So this might be relevant for those of you that are retired and are already receiving old age security and are a higher income retiree.
So thanks for explaining that, John, what clawback is. But why should we be trying to avoid old age security clawback? Well, I mean, it's simple. You want as much retirement income as possible in retirement to be able to do the things that you want to do. And if there are ways that you can help reduce that OAS clawback, then you're going to have more money in your pocket to do the things that you want to do in retirement. So now the million-dollar question. How do we avoid old age security clawback? Now, there are many things that can be done. First, we should determine how is the OAS clawback calculated. Yeah. So if you think about your tax return, you're going to have different sources, whether it's CPP, old age security, maybe you have a pension, maybe you have retirement income from your registered accounts. All of that shows up on your tax return. It will show up on the first page for total income. Now, from total income to net income, there are certain deductions that you can use to lower that total income. Maybe you have a spouse that you can be splitting your eligible pension with that can reduce your total income. Perhaps you have investment management fees that are deductible. That can help reduce your total income.
Yeah, so once we get down to that total or that net income amount, that's going to be the line item, so line 2, 3, 4 on your tax return, that's going to determine what your taxable income is for old age security clawback. So with what we know now about the old age security clawback, what can we do leading up to retirement and to ensure that we are avoiding or not expecting to receive old age security clawback? Well, Carlo touched on it originally. It's based on what your income is. So what is going to be considered as taxable income is going to be RSPs and RIF income. You might find yourself looking for another source of income in retirement, and that's where tax-free savings accounts could play a pretty vital role in reducing or avoiding entirely old age security clawback. And it's interesting because within Canada, people hear RSPs, or retirement savings plan, and they think that's the only savings plan that they really can utilize. But I'd say in the last 10, 15 years, we're really starting to realize the power that the tax-free savings account has. Now that some clients have accounts upwards over 100 to 150,000, it could become another good source to draw money out tax-free.
Now that you know the basics of beating the OAS clawback, you need to understand one thing. These strategies are just your first line of defense. You can't walk away from this video thinking you've solved all of your OAS problems. There's so much more that goes into maximizing your retirement benefits in Canada. If you want to learn the advanced techniques that keep more of your OAS money in your pocket, click the link in the description.